Hello and welcome to Devil's Advocate. Tomorrow sees the publication of a biography of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, which challenges the way we in India have seen the founder of Pakistan. It reassesses Nehru's role in partition. It sheds fresh light on the relationship between the early Gandhi and Jinnah. If my hunch is correct, this book will attract considerable attention and maybe even a fair amount of controversy. Today, in a special two-part interview with the author, I shall discuss the book and his conclusions. He is, of course, the former Defence, Foreign and Finance Minister of India and also a former soldier, Jaswant Singh. Mr. Jaswant Singh, let's start by establishing how you, as the author, view Muhammad Ali Jinnah. After reading your book, I get the feeling that you don't subscribe to the popular demonization of the man.
Oh, of course I don't. To that I don't subscribe. I was attracted by the personality, which has resulted in a book. If I was not drawn to the personality, I wouldn't have written the book. It's an intricate, complex personality of great character, determination.
And it's a personality that you found quite attractive.
Naturally, otherwise I wouldn't have ventured down the book.
And there was a sense in which you were drawn to Jinnah as you read and found out more about him.
I think that's a repetitious question because I found the personality sufficiently attractive to go and try and research it for 5 years. And I was drawn to it, yes.
Now, as a politician, Jinnah joined the Congress party long before he joined the Muslim League. And in fact, when he joined the Muslim League, he issued a statement to say that this in no way implies even the shadow of disloyalty to the national cause. Would you say that in the 20s and 30s and maybe even the early years of the 40s, Jinnah was a nationalist?
Oh, I think, really speaking, the acme of his nationalistic achievement was 1916 Lucknow Pact of Hindu-Muslim unity. And that's why Gopal Krishna Gokhale called him the ambassador of Hindu-Muslim unity.
And in your assessment as his biographer, for most, if not the predominant part of his life, Jinnah was a nationalist.
Oh, yes. Oh, he fought the British for an independent India. But he also fought resolutely and relentlessly for the interests of the Muslims of India.
Was Jinnah secular or was he communal?
It depends on how you view this word, secular, because I don't know whether secular is really fully applicable to a country like India. It's a word born of the socio-historical and religious history of Western Europe.
Let me put it like this. Many people believe that Jinnah hated Hindus and that he was a Hindu basher.
Totally wrong. That certainly he was not. His principal agreement was with the Congress party. Repeatedly he says, and he says this even in the last statements to the press and to the Constituent Assembly of Pakistan.
So his problem was with Congress and with some Congress leaders, but he had no problem with Hindus.
No, he had no problems whatsoever with the Hindus because he was not in that sense until in the latter part of his years. He became exactly what he charged Mahatma Gandhi with. He charged Mahatma Gandhi with being a demagogue.
He became one as well.
That was the most flattering way of emulating Gandhi. Died of her, of course, the Calcutta killings.
As you look back on Jinnah's life, would you say that he was a great man?
Oh, yes, because he created nothing out of something. And single-handedly, he stood up against the might of the Congress party's talent against the British, who didn't really like him.
So you are saying to me that he was a great man?
But I'm saying that it's not an interrogatory matter.
Let me put it like this.
Yes.
Do you admire Jinnah?
I admire certain aspects of his personality, his determination, and the will to rise. He was a self-made man. He was not like Mahatma Gandhi was the son of a divan.
Nehru was born to great wealth.
Great wealth. Nehru and all these were born to wealth of position. Jinnah created for himself a position. He carved out in Bombay a position in that cosmopolitan city. Being what he was, poor. He was so poor he had to walk to work. He lived in a hotel called Watson's in Bombay. It's still there. A W, only a W now, hangs rather forlornly. And he told, I think, one of the autobiographers, there's always room at the top, but there's no lift. And he never sought a lift.
Do you admire the way he created success for himself, born to poverty, but he ended up successful, rich?
I would admire that in any man, self-made man, who resolutely worked towards achieving what he had set out.